Happy New Year! Tell me 2024 is going to be the best year ever! I can safely say that's off the table. Why? We're only 1 week in. The UN have said Gaza is now uninhabitable. If you relentlessly bomb somewhere for 3 months, that'll happen. There was a 10-foot-tall alien sighted in Miami. Is it me or are these aliens getting reckless? There was an earthquake in Japan that killed over 100, with hundreds still missing. Classic reminder, Mother Nature hates us too. It was falsely rumoured that Stephen Hawking had orgies on Epstein's island and enjoyed watching people with dwarfism solve equations on too high up chalkboards. Maybe it's an opportunity to destigmatise liking things. Boeing have grounded planes because one fell apart in the air. I typically want my planes to not do that. After a school shooting in Iowa, Donald Trump told them to get over it. That's a good response from the former and future president. Gypsy Rose Blanchard got released from prison and is now an internet sensation. She really takes mum issues to another level. And UK police are investigating a virtual reality sexual assault that occurred in the metaverse. While that is awful, if it happens to you, just take the headset off. I'll be in the hibernation station. I'm back. Tell me January's got some good news. Swifties have gone so nuts over Taylor Swift deepfake that the government is changing the law. She ruined football, now what's next, Star Wars? The UK and USA might go to war over putting salt in tea. I know that's a joke, but for that, I'd take up arms. King Charles is in hospital for prostate treatment. Imagine being the doctor that has to finger the royal arsehole. World War III is getting closer after American troops were killed by an Iranian-backed militia. Which one? Could be Al-Ashtar, Kataib, Hezbollah, Hamas, the Palestinian Islamic Jihad, Fatimiyun, or the Houthis. So now America's going to attack Iran, who has nukes. Cool. The United Nations had staff members involved in the October 7th attacks on Israel. Background checks really should include, do you hate Jews? Boeing planes are falling apart in the sky. Unlike me, who's just falling apart on the ground. America's next president, Donald Trump, has been ordered to pay E. Jean Carroll $83.3 million for defamation. Defaming, not the worst thing he did to her. There's record cases of the 100-day cough. Wonder how long that takes to get rid of. North Korea tested nukes underwater. Godzilla! That's what 2024 needs. Chinese scientists have created a deadlier version of COVID that killed 100% of the humanoid mice it was tested on. We live in a world where humanoid mice is not the most problematic thing in that sentence. And worst of all, Jurgen Klopp is stepping down as Liverpool manager at the end of the season. I am going to walk alone. Back to the hibernation station. I'm back. Tell me things are finally looking up. The bubonic plague is back in Oregon. Or the Black Death that killed 50 million people has returned. Wonderful. There was a mass shooting at the Chiefs' Super Bowl parade. Gonna make for a great Taylor Swift song. Russia wants to put nukes in space to destroy the West's communication satellite. Space nukes, yet the government's still concerned with my back taxes. Putin's opposition leader, Alexei Navalny, mysteriously died in prison. I'm guessing he accidentally tripped out of a window while drinking poison tea and landed on a loaded gun. Donald Trump was ordered to pay $350 million for fraud and then launched his own sneaker line. The air insurrections? Canada has zombie fires and someone in Alaska died of Alaska pox. They really are just putting zombie before and pox after anything. The UK fell into a recession. When you say fell, do you mean driven by an incompetent government? King Charles has cancer. Is that the Queen and Princess Diana laughing in heaven? World War III keeps getting closer as Israel keeps bombing Iran's Axis of Resistance. Tough to not root for the team named Axis of Resistance, though. X took payments from terrorists. Nothing says digital town square like hate speech and ads to join Hezbollah. There's been massive volcano eruptions in Iceland and Japan. I'm sensing even the Earth has had enough. Toby Keith, Steve Wright and Carl Weathers died. I really don't want to live in a world without Apollo Creed. And Kim Kardashian is dating Odell Beckham Jr. So what? He's already dated her sister? Blah. Be in the hibernation station. Spring is in the air and it smells like things are getting better. Nah, that's just the gas pollution from the erupted Icelandic volcano. So Earth is killing Earth. Greta Thunberg's gonna struggle with that one. 150 people died after a terror attack by ISIL in Russia. They'll probably blame it on Ukraine. Oh, they did, so they're further increasing their attacks on them, which is bringing us even closer to World War III. A 10-foot-tall silver monolith showed up in Wales. Aliens dropping a pin like nothing going on here. After being mocked for weeks about not being seen in public, Kate Middleton revealed she has cancer. Oh, the saddest part about all that? Her husband's hairline. Gangs have almost completely taken control of Haiti. Changed the country's name from Haiti to Lovey. That should fix it. For national security reasons, the US government are trying to ban TikTok again. If they want to improve national security, maybe they should start with things that are a threat to national security. Cheerios have been found to include harmful levels of pesticides. I prefer my Cheerios with just adequate levels of pesticides. The whistleblower who pointed out Boeing planes were being poorly made mysteriously died. His name wasn't Jeffrey Bepstein, was it? Akira Toriyama Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball Z, died. I didn't even know there was a Dragon Ball A through Y. Scientists have said having long COVID reduces your IQ by 6 points. You must have had long COVID like 20 times. And there have been numerous cases of the bubonic plague show up all across America. If that, nuclear war, and aliens could all show up at once, I'd be thrilled. I'll be in the hibernation station. I'm back. Tell me April is finally the month when things get better. A Mexican news outlet accidentally aired a man's testicles during the eclipse. I also possess eclipse confusionable sized testicles. O.J. Simpson died. I heard cancer is saying I didn't do it. Canada is predicting zombie fires. We recklessly put zombie in front of anything. So I shouldn't mention the upcoming cicada-geddon where an STD causes them to become zombie cicadas. No, don't tell me that. Vladimir Putin said nuclear war is inevitable and millions of people will die. Yeah, but I find him to be untrustworthy. Iran attacked Israel with over 300 drones and rockets. So who's not ready for World War III at this point? The Royal Navy said being able to swim is no longer a requirement to join. So Britain is not ready. Arizona brought back an abortion law from 1864. Why don't they bring prices back from 1864? A man killed 6 in a mass stabbing in Australia and was only stopped when police shot him. And that was the sound of gun lobbyists having a collective orgasm. Lizzo said she's quitting negativity after being bullied online. Is that the same woman who ate bananas out of a backup dancer's hoo-ha? We found out reality TV's conjoined twin Abby Hensel got married. One of the conjoined twins got married. Who decides if they... Never mind. And Google are deleting billions of browser history records they kept from incognito mode. They recorded what you searched for in incognito mode? Huh. Totally unrelated, I'm going to be in the hibernation station. I'm back. Tell me the world is finally... Some British politicians have said Donald Trump is the only person that could stop World War III. If that's the case, I'd rather we have it. The Dogecoin dog died. Kabosu is gone, but the memes live forever. About 80 lawmakers have quit after the UK government called a snap election. The country's gone to hell because even the people running it know their crap. Diddy's career is over after video footage surfaced of him beating his ex-girlfriend. Goodbye, that bad boy for life perp Diddy. We will not be missing you. 610 people died after a landslide in Papua New Guinea and 41 were killed by cold lava in Indonesia. Oxymorons are killing people. Cicada-geddon has started in North America. It's definitely a joke about a trillion bugs coming at once, but I'm gonna leave it alone. 20 people died in a gaming arcade fire in India. These video games are getting too realistic. The Biden administration sent Iran their condolences after their president died. They're sorry about the death of a man who killed women for showing their hair. No wonder they're losing the election. Bird flu is in cows and could be a pandemic 100 times worse than COVID. Another pandemic before GTA 6. God's influencer is being made a saint. Get off Instagram and influence God to fix this shit show. Boy Scouts is now called Scouting America because it's for everyone. Can I still eat Girl Scout cookies or are they Scouting America cookies? Hamas launched rockets at Tel Aviv the day after the UN's top court ordered Israel to stop its military operation on Rafah. I think it's fair to say what's going on over there is... not good. And a new habitable Earth-sized planet has been discovered by NASA. Well, that's great news. Let's go. It's 500 light years away. Well, then we better get a wiggle on. I'll be in the hibernation station. I'm back. Tell me it's a good summer. There's a sexually transmitted fungus spreading across the US. God, give me COVID back. Then there's outbreaks of E. coli in the UK, dengue in Europe, Mpox in South Africa, and a deadly bacterial virus in Japan. It's amazing people leave the house. Microplastics have been found in penises. Legos would be found in mine. Jerry West, Donald Sutherland, and Willie Mays died. Too many legends for 1 month. Justin Timberlake got a DUI. If you're gonna NSYNC beers, you should be a backseat boy. Study has shown more people are turning away from traditional news sources. Where do they go to find out what's happening? Donald Trump was convicted of 34 felonies. Be awkward if the US president can't travel to Canada. Louisiana now requires classrooms to display the 10 commandments. Maybe children can hide behind them when they're getting shot at. Russia and North Korea are now besties, and Putin said Europe is defenseless and he could destroy the UK in 1 day. Probably shouldn't have told him our nuclear defense system is broken. The Australian army is allowing recruits from other countries. When the Aussies are preparing for war, it's coming. King Charles is on the money. First time ever, I'm happy I don't have any. Study has shown elephants use individual names like humans do. Imagine meeting an elephant named Dave. Wait, elephants can speak? Astronauts are stuck on the International Space Station as the Boeing Starliner capsule broke. Boeing planes don't work. Why did NASA trust them to make a spaceship? A mystery monolith showed up in a US desert. Oh good, aliens are back. Maybe they can go get the astronauts for us. The heat killed over 1,300 people during Hajj in Saudi Arabia. Global warming strikes again. again. Oil protesters threw orange paint over Stonehenge. Piss off everybody, that'll get you support. The French are threatening to poop in the Seine River to protest sewage contamination. It's a shitty way to do it. Town was evacuated after a train crashed in Arkansas, spilling nitric acid everywhere. That stuff only melts your face. 50% of pet owners have feces in their bed as they allow pets to sleep there. That's how my goldfish died. And there's going to be giant venomous flying spiders in New York City. And that is why I'll be in the hibernation station. I'm back again, and it feels like everything's starting to get better. Sharks on cocaine have been found off the coasts of Brazil and Texas. I bet they do a ton of it. Look at the size of their noses. Kim Jong-un called emergency as floods are destroying North Korea. Why would he say it in English? Nobody would understand. Wildfires are ripping through Canada, but there's a fire-nado in California. Why does everything in America have to sound bigger? Like their record $35 trillion national debt? I don't know how national debt works, but I don't think they're going to pay that back. There's a supermodel granny drug that might increase human life by 25%. Please don't let Trump or Biden get a hold of that. They'll never leave. Speaking of, there was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump. That's the worst thing to happen to American democracy since January the 6th. Actually, the worst thing was his supporters wearing maxi pads on their ears to show support. And they thought masks looked stupid. Joe Biden dropped out, and now Kamala Harris is the Democratic nominee. And I'm sure that followed fair Democratic protocol. American police shot and killed Sonia Massey, a unarmed black lady who was just in her home. When the world thinks of America, it's that sentence. Mattel have launched a blind Barbie. That's inclusive, but the other ones could see. The Ohio Supreme Court ruled there can be bones in boneless chicken wings. Oh, so nothing matters anymore. At least the Olympics is on. And weirdly, the US hasn't medalled in any shooting event because the targets aren't school children. Netherlands has a convicted child rapist on their beach volleyball team. Don't let him play in the sand. That's where kids go. And after the opening ceremony apparently mocked God, power went out in Paris everywhere but a church. So God's real. I'm in big trouble. Be in the hibernation station. I'm back. Tell me August has been brilliant. Doctors have warned against using your own poop as a face mask. Why do doctors have to warn that? Millennials are upset that Capri Sun is going to come in bottles instead of pouches. Wait till Americans hear how Brits pronounce Capri Sun. Fat man Scoop died. Have a $10 bill, so I'll put my hands up in his honor. There's concerns Mpox could become a global pandemic. Oh good, because it's been 8 minutes since one of those? RFK Jr. decapitates whales, had 37 affairs in 1 year, and now endorses Donald Trump. There's really 37 women who slept with that weirdo? Mariah Carey's mum and sister both died on the same day. Guess we'll all know what she wants for Christmas. Plane crash killed 62 people and a dog in Brazil. I thought putting a dog on a plane meant it couldn't crash. Astronauts will be stuck in space for 6 months because the Boeing Starliner can't bring them home. They took a Boeing to space. What did they think was going to happen? There was riots in the UK, becoming more Americanized every day. Misogyny will be treated as extremism by the UK government. Pathetic. What a bunch of girls. There's a ceasefire in Gaza, but only so that kids can get polio vaccinations. Don't die of polio when we want to bomb you. Typhoons have displaced millions in Japan. For a second, I thought we avoided our monthly natural disaster. Sven the penguin, who was in a gay relationship for 6 years, died. Gay penguins are finding love and you're single. All is okay because Oasis are back. All is not okay. I'll be in the hibernation station. I'm back. Tell me the world is getting back to normal. Diddy's going to jail for a long time after they found 1,000 bottles of baby oil and evidence of freak offs in his house. In the 2020s, that just sounds like a regular Sunday. There was another failed assassination attempt on Donald Trump. It's strange they only happen when he's behind in the polls. 4 were killed in a school shooting in Georgia. What do you think America tries first, gun control or bulletproof kids? There were deadly floods in Europe. It's Mother Nature trying to fix their dry sense of humor. Scientists say nose picking increases the chances of Alzheimer's. I'm back, and tell me, have I been here already? Israel attacked Hezbollah with the old exploding pager trick. Valuable lesson, don't buy dodgy 90s electronics off a shady-looking Israelite. Nazis won an election in Germany for the first time since World War II. So a world war's definitely coming, because Germany's always a step ahead. Microplastics were found in all tested semen. Were they also found in on-land men? They released the last recorded words from the Titan submersible that imploded. Were they? The Titanic looks like shit from here. Parental stress is an urgent public health issue. The only stress is they grow up too quick. James Earl Jones died. I bet he's looking down, saying, everything the light touches has turned to crap. Bird flu is officially on pandemic watch after humans got it with no animal exposure. Don't you love living through a time where there's a pandemic watch? And radar has detected invisible space bubbles over the pyramids of Giza. Well, if there are aliens, come take me first. I'll be in the hibernation station. I'm back. Surely everything's better in spooky season. Millennials who still dress up for Halloween are 500% more likely to die alone. Did you just make that up? Yeah. Polls are saying Donald Trump is going to win the US election. Okay, why do we care what the Polish think? The amount of people P. Diddy assaulted could be in the thousands. At least we know the P stands for persistent. Liam Payne died after falling out of a window. One direction to his death. War in the Middle East is escalating as Iran and Israel are now trading rocket attacks. Shocked this de-escalation through escalation isn't working. World War III is definitely closer. North Korea have sent troops to fight for Russia. How could you tell if some of the troops are from North Korea? Never mind. Got it. The Merchant of Death is back selling weapons to terrorist groups. Swapping a female basketballer for the Merchant of Death is going to go down as the worst trade in history. Nude pickleball is becoming more popular. Not for me, my dink isn't big enough. McDonald's burgers are at the center of a giant North American E. coli outbreak. Normally they're at the center of diarrhea. Boeing had a net loss of $6 billion in the third quarter of 2024. They make planes that don't fly. I'm surprised they still exist at all. Humanity has thrown the global water cycle off balance for the first time in human history. Sounds terrible, but what does that mean? 50% of global food production is at risk. Repeat after me. I am not concerned with global warming. But not to fret, psychologists say 89% of things we worry about don't go wrong. Well, I stress about everything, so that means 11% of all things do go wrong. So I'll be in the hibernation station. I'm back, and I'm guessing not much has changed in the world. Donald Trump is turning America into a kakistocracy. A country run by the worst, least qualified, or most unscrupulous citizens. It's a shame there's not a name for a place run by people who prefer those not of legal age. There is. The BBC. A banana stuck to a wall sold for $6.2 million. My banana is stuck to the inside of my leg. For free. Ukraine is using Western weapons against Russia, which has some countries legitimately preparing for World War III. Feel like a lot of people would welcome nuclear Armageddon right now. Could be closer than you think. The doomsday fish just washed ashore in California. Wouldn't be the first time something I wanted turned out to be a dead fish. Peanut the squirrel was euthanized by the government. Things like funding the euthanizing of domesticated squirrels may be the reason the US national debt keeps rising. A toxic mystery chemical was found in millions of Americans' tap water. We know it's not irony. Americans get none of that. Congress heard more evidence of aliens and UAPs on Earth. Sorry, UAPs? Unidentified anomalous phenomena. It's replaced the term UFO. God, even the aliens are woke now. The more deadly strain of Mpox is now in the UK and the US. Making sure the name isn't racist really slowed it down. 25 were killed in a railway bomb in Pakistan, and 35 more were killed after a man drove into a crowd in China. Reminder that crazy is worldwide. Storm Bert is causing widespread disruption in the UK. I can see the headline now. Londoner loses umbrella. Whole country shuts down. And 40 monkeys have escaped a research facility in South Carolina. And this is all the plot to Planet of the Apes. I'll be in the hibernation station. I'm back. Tell me the year's finished strong. The US Treasury was just hacked by China. Oh, someone must have had TikTok on their phone. Former President Jimmy Carter died. Excessive way of getting out of Trump's inauguration, but I get it. Luigi Mangione has become an American hero for killing the United Healthcare CEO. If people are happy you're dead because of your job title, you're probably doing your job wrong. Mr. Beast is renting the pyramids for a video. From who? Tutankhamun? Severe bird flu is now in humans. 2025, the year of the pandemic. There's unexplained drones all over the world. It's aliens, they're bloody aliens. Scientists say lab-grown wood could end deforestation. Lab-grown wood is a dildo. There was a school shooting at the Abundant Life Christian School. Abundant life is ironic considering there's now less of it. Another Boeing plane crashed and killed 179 in South Korea. Boeing CEO is like if you bat 350 you're in the Hall of Fame. Russia shot down an Azerbaijani passenger jet. So World War III really is coming. And nuclear bunker sales are through the roof. And everybody knows about it. Elon Musk says the US needs foreign tech workers because Americans are too stupid. Make America graduate again. And Donald Trump wants to expand America by owning Canada, Greenland and the Panama Canal. Ending 24 with plans of global domination. Sounds like that Austrian man again. I'll be in the hibernation station.